Welcome back to Pleopod, the podcast that dives deep into the tech shaping our world. Today, we're talking about a significant move from the European Commission, the European Technological Sovereignty Package. Maya, what's this all about?
Hi, Arman. It's a big deal. Essentially, on June 3, 2026, the Commission rolled out two key pieces of legislation, the Cloud and AI Development Act, or CADA, and the updated CHIPS Act 2.0. The main goal is to boost Europe's digital sovereignty, meaning they want to rely less on non-EU tech providers, especially for critical infrastructure.
Digital sovereignty. That's a term we're hearing a lot. What specific areas are they targeting?
Critical sectors, primarily. Think banking, energy, healthcare. The idea is to ensure these vital services aren't dependent on foreign companies for their cloud, AI, and semiconductor needs. They want more control and resilience.
That makes sense, especially given recent global events. Let's unpack CADA first. What's its main objective?
CADA has a really ambitious target to triple the EU's total data center capacity within the next 5 to 7 years. This is crucial because AI and cloud computing demand massive amounts of processing power and storage. They're also introducing a new, single EU-wide framework to assess cloud and AI providers, moving beyond just where data is stored to broader control over the infrastructure.
Tripling data center capacity in under a decade is a huge undertaking. And this new assessment framework for providers, is it about more than just data residency?
Exactly. It's about the sovereignty of the technology itself. They want to ensure that cloud and AI services running critical infrastructure are not only located in the EU, but also offer a certain level of control and transparency, reducing reliance on providers from outside the bloc.
Interesting. Now, what about the CHIPS Act 2.0? How does that fit in?
CHIPS Act 2.0 is an expansion of the original. It's laser-focused on boosting Europe's capacity in cutting-edge semiconductor technologies. The aim is to reduce our reliance on third countries for the chips that power everything from our phones to advanced AI systems. They're streamlining permitting procedures for chip manufacturing, with approvals for these procedures now needing to happen within a maximum of 12 months.
So CADA for cloud and AI infrastructure, and CHIPS Act 2.0 for the foundational hardware. It sounds like a comprehensive strategy. Are there any other notable components?
Yes, a really interesting one is the EU open source strategy, which is part of this package. It mandates the use of open source software in public sector procurement. To support this, they're establishing an EU public sector OSPO network. That's an open source program office network to provide expertise and guidance for public bodies on adopting open source.
Mandating open source in public procurement. That's a strong push for transparency and avoiding vendor lock-in. It also aligns with fostering European innovation, right?
Precisely. The overall technological sovereignty package aims to protect critical infrastructure, ensuring that things like hospitals and energy grids aren't vulnerable due to dependencies on non-EU supply chains. It's about building resilience from the ground up.
It sounds very proactive, but with such significant regulatory shifts, there are always concerns from the industry. What have you heard?
That's right. Some industry groups, like the Business Software Alliance, have raised concerns. They're worried that CADA, in particular, could lead to protectionism. They fear that ownership and control requirements might restrict market access for non-EU companies, potentially impacting competitiveness rather than fostering it.
That's a valid concern. The balance between ensuring sovereignty and maintaining an open, competitive market is tricky. It's a delicate dance.
It really is. The EU is trying to carve out its own digital space, but there's always a risk of unintended consequences or creating barriers that hurt businesses in the long run.
So, to recap, the EU is launching CADA and CHIPS Act 2.0 to bolster digital sovereignty, boost data center capacity, advance semiconductor tech, and promote open source in the public sector. The aim is to secure critical infrastructure and reduce reliance on U.S. big tech, though some industry players are wary of potential market access issues.
You've got it. It's a bold strategy, and it'll be fascinating to watch how it unfolds and impacts the global tech landscape over the next few years.
Absolutely. Thanks for breaking that down for us, Maya. It's a lot to digest, but incredibly important.
My pleasure, Arman. Always great to discuss these big shifts.
And thanks to all of you for tuning in to Pleopod. We'll catch you next time with more insights into the tech that matters.